All right, so I'm going to give you two extra cards for the outcome position. And it actually echoes the same theme as the rest of this reading. So let's just go over this. Okay, so in the past position, we have the Hermit here. And the Hermit indicates you're being guided to take a certain course of action when it comes to your life. And usually you're being guided away from something that is not good for you in order to start a new phase in your life towards something that is really good for you. And usually we instinctively know these things. And as a water sign, and I also feel that Scorpios have very strong psychic abilities and you have very strong intuition. We always know what is not good for us, and we always know when new opportunities are fruitful. And I feel that for you especially, you always, always, always know. And this is showing up in your past position because I do feel a lot of you are trying to start a new phase in your life and you're being tested. So we have at the heart of this reading is the Two of Wands, which indicates a brand new beginning. This is basically something has been solidified. You mapped out a blueprint as to what you're going to do for the next few years. And I do feel a lot of this is like relocation or thinking about traveling or even thinking about it's like laying out the blueprint for the next phase in your life, okay? And the blueprint itself is laid out and you're going to embark on it, and it's going to be very fruitful because we have the Nine of Cups here as the wish card. Whatever it is that you're hoping to achieve, you are going to be able to achieve it with this new blueprint. So surrounding this main situation is, you have very good cards. Ten of Coins, which indicates a lot of financial abundance, and this is also like a healthy family. Basically the grandparents, the parents, the dogs, the children, everyone is taken care of. There is financial abundance to go around. It indicates generational wealth as well. In this deck, it indicates being very ecstatic about this new venture that you're going to embark on. You are elated and you're jumping over the sun. So you're really, really happy. You're crossed by the wish card, and you have another wish card, the star, as something in your environment that you're not aware of. This venture is going to be everything that you thought it to be, mainly because you are being divinely guided by your spirit guides, okay? So the star and the sun are very similar in that in the darkest of nights, when you feel as if you don't know where to turn, the stars are there, your spirit guides are there to guide you on the right path. So you don't have to be afraid. I definitely feel with the Two of Wands in the reverse position, this is like something that is really good. It's so good for you, where you feel as if it's too good to be true, so you're hesitant. Because what's crowning you here is the Knight of Coins, excuse me. The Knight of Coin is somebody who's very stuck. You don't see any movement from him. You don't see any action. You see him sitting on the sidelines, nibbling at life and not really participating. So you are weighing this, you're still weighing it out, and you're still thinking to yourself that this is too good to be true. There has to be a catch. Well, Scorpios, don't be suspicious of this because you have divine intervention here. And it is really good to be true. It seems like it's too good to be true, but it's because the universe has seen you, with that Saturn transit. It was really difficult. You survived it, so now you're reaping the benefits, and that's why two wish cards are coming out. So you're supposed to embark on this new thing, but you're not doing it. And I do feel, based on the rest of the cards, you might be reverting back to old behaviors, old patterns that Saturn has taught you, to leave behind. But now that this new opportunity is coming through and you're just telling yourself it's too good to be true, I don't trust it. Well, you're going against your intuition, and you have to act fast on this because it feels like the offer is going to be rescinded if you don't act soon, okay? So stop worrying about this and just take the first step towards this next big goal that you have laid out. Okay, so that's the first thing. Take care of that first, and things will gain traction. Now, some of the pitfalls you're going to encounter potentially for this month, for the rest of this month, I do feel that you should think about this. Think about if it resonates with you. If it does resonate with you, listen to the rest, okay? If it doesn't resonate with you, then you can listen to the rest, take it with a grain of salt. But I do feel something is happening here and you're in danger of not taking on this opportunity. And you're going to kick yourself in a few months, like even as early as December. I do sense something is coming through. It's meant for you it's stamped with your name on it. And you're being very, very slow and stubborn about it. Yeah, I do feel stubborn. Knight of Coins, very, very slow to act. And he's not indecisive. The indecisiveness would, just, it would be another card altogether. But this is somebody who doesn't really trust what he sees. So there's skepticism coming through as well. There's suspicion. And you can't do that. You can't live your life wholeheartedly. You have to open up your heart in order to embrace new opportunities. And you're kind of thinking, you're filtering this through your brain, through your sense of rationality, and it just doesn't make sense to you. And that's why you're not taking that leap of faith. But the thing is, a lot of the things that are really good for us are given to us from, the universe. And somehow the universe will scramble and make things come together for you in very, very magical, mysterious ways. And that's why you don't trust it, because you've been through the ringer with that whole Saturn transit for the past 3 years, and you don't really trust anything at this point. And you've basically came out of the wash and you reestablish your firm foundation, your footing. And now you're really afraid about taking the next step. Don't be afraid, just do it, okay? So moving forward, what's the advice here is the celebration card. This is the Three of Cups. This indicates to me a lot of riffraff, bad people have been weeded out of your life with that Saturn transit. So you're on to a new phase where you have sincere, good friends around you. The fake people have been, dumped. They've been cast away on the wayside, and the ones that are emerging are really sincere. So if there is an opportunity for you to go out and celebrate with your friends, if there have been situations where that you're invited to, you definitely should go. If there's like a Halloween party, for example, this is a card of celebration. It's a card of being together, celebrating something with like-minded people. Okay, it can be a work function, but it looks very, very fruitful. Now, what's external to your environment is the Tower card, and the Tower card indicates the fall. And it's not happening to you, but you're watching it happening to somebody around you that you might have once had a very close connection with. So I want you to just think about this. I do sense this is something. So for example, a lot of good things are happening for you. A lot of financial abundance, a lot of hopes, wishes getting fulfilled. A lot of stability is coming through in your life, and happiness as well. And there's somebody from your past who is dealing with the ramifications of their past choices, past actions. And you're watching this situation unfold from afar. And based on how stable you are, you want to swoop in and try to help this person because you are very kind. And because you're seeing this from a distance and you feel as if I swoop in, I will save this person in time. Okay? The way I'm looking at it is like this. It's kind of like that, it's sort of like that knight in shining armor complex where you feel like the honor is to help the other person, and there's nothing wrong with thinking that way. So external to you is somebody who's dealing with their own karma. Don't interfere with other people's life lessons, okay? You're in a really good place right now. Whoever it is has to pick themselves up by their own bootstraps. It seems as if this is somebody from your past, or this is somebody that, it seems to me this could be a health issue. It seems to me it could be a health issue coming in from like parents. If it's like elderly parents, family members, that's totally fine for you to step in and help them out financially or whatever that might be. If it's like a previous lover who's dealing with the aftermath of their own, series of bad decisions, and if it's somebody that you haven't been talking to since like, I don't know, February, March of this year, let it be, because they're dealing with their own karma. And this is not your place, nor is it the time for you to interfere with somebody else's life lessons, okay? If you're watching afar and you see like a relative taking, barreling down a wrong path, leave that alone. So the point here is that if it's a health issue with a family member, yes, interfere, because health issues are usually imposed from outside. If it's a result of somebody's life decision, a series of an accumulation of poor life choices, one could argue that it can, include health issues. But if it's like a series of individuals' life decisions coming up or catching up to them, haunting them, you have to detach yourself and you have to maintain your boundaries here, because it's not your life lesson. It is also not your place to interfere with other people's life lessons, okay? Be very careful about this. So that's why I meant, if it resonates with you, listen to the rest. If not, leave this alone. So the point here is detachment. So you're basically on the right track. You want to detach from the situation. I also feel as well, and this is very strange coming through, but there is going to be a big argument coming through for this month, okay? And this is going to involve you. I do sense for a lot of you. Let me see how this is. Okay, so this is just for those of you who are dealing with two relationship partners and you haven't really, made anything official. There's definitely some jealousies coming through and possibly, bickering back and forth between the two love interests. I wouldn't go as far as to say they're fighting over you, because it's going to play out differently, but I definitely see two aspects of your life coming together, colliding. So that could be dating two people at the same time. And you might have had like an open relationship, or you might be socially dating, but somehow they cross paths, and then it's just drama. It's just drama in the making. So be very careful about this. In terms of your hopes and fears here, the end to financial worries, we have the Five of Pentacles. It indicates to me as well, you have 10 of coins coming through, which means financial abundance. And your hopes and fears here, the hopes is that you're no longer going to have financial issues. However, keep in mind that financial abundance is there. Financial issues is how we utilize the financial abundance, okay? So if you learn to live within your means, I don't feel that Scorpios in general ever struggle with money. A lot of Geminis do. A lot of Pisces in the past, not anymore. Cancer is getting a good grip on this. I don't feel that Scorpios ever had to worry about financial, like spending outside of your means. I don't feel that you've ever had that problem. But I do sense that there is potential here to step in, interfering with other people's life lessons that might drain you financially, because we do have the Emperor in the reverse position as the outcome. So you want to be very careful about who you're lending money to, and you want to do the honorable thing, and you want to do the right thing, and you want to take care of people, especially when they're in need, because you are very kind and you feel like you have all this financial abundance. Might as well spread it around, but don't get yourself in situations where you're taken advantage of, okay? This financial abundance, I do feel, is coming through for you as a gift from the universe because of all the hard work that you've done. So other people, they need to learn to respect the law of the universe, which is that financial gifts will come in once they put in the hard work to earn it. There might be, extreme circumstances where people are like plagued with bad luck and bad choices and things like that, that blocks their financial flow. But that is something they have to sort out with their own soul contract. So once again, there's dangers here of you being guided down the wrong path because of your emotional ties to people who don't make good decisions. So Scorpios, that's the only thing I really want you to be aware of for this month. You're being tested. It's not even tested. I mean, you're already physically detached from the situation, but you're seeing it happening from afar and you want to act. You want to act. And one other thing here is that on the other end of the spectrum, a lot of you might see a situation and not act, okay? Even though you can intervene to mitigate the effects of it or the impact of it, but you're not acting because this might be with somebody who has done you wrong in the past, and now they're at a really hard point in their life and you don't want to interfere even though you have the financial abundance to. So it's going to play out in two very extreme scenarios. If you can help in that regards without strings attached, without, resentment and if you can let go of the resentment in order to help them, if they ask for help, then you should help them. Because maybe that's the lesson you're supposed to learn. If you have always interfere and try to help people in the past, now it's a good time to detach. So depending on which side of the coin you've been operating on for the past 3 years, try to do the opposite of it and see if that's the right way to approach life in general. So if you've been like having boundary issues with other people, detach. If you've been like protecting your boundaries and then people are coming through that need your help, then try to step in and help. So whatever you've been doing for the past 3 years, do the opposite of it. Is what I'm getting here, because it can go two ways. But the ultimate thing is that there's definitely some type of an altercation, some type of a conflict coming through. You don't have to engage in it. So choose the wise path, detach, and walk away if there is a conflict between two people, and they have to sort it out between themselves, and no one can really interfere here because it's a conflict of ego, and that's never a good thing. It's definitely deep-rooted between two people. So you really want to just extract yourself from it, okay? You've learned from the past. You're in a good place now. You're taking your life experiences, and you're starting a new phase in your life. If you get sucked into conflict, you are going to be emotionally destabilized. So keep that in mind and try to aim for more expansion, more growth, rather than getting sucked into, past energy, negativity, excuse me. And also corroborating this here is the Three of Swords. The worst of it is behind you. So just proceed ahead. You're going through a period of healing. You've been through a lot, so you have to give yourself some credit, okay? Scorpios are not boastful people. A lot of you have been through a lot in life, and you don't really complain. You don't really complain. Like I feel like with Scorpios and Virgos, you try to help people out. And I mean, the thing about you is you do hold grudges. So moving forward, forgive, forget, and let go of the resentment. Let go of people who've done you wrong. Let go of the grudges, the hostility. Don't wish ill wills on your enemies, because it can create negative thinking and it can make you operate at a low vibration. Don't hold grudges against people, okay? If, for example, someone has really hurt you in the past and you're seeing their life unravel, don't interfere, but also don't gloat or don't rub it in. I would say I don't feel you're in danger of doing that, but I do sense that I do feel a lot of like new opportunities, but also negative thinking, which might indicate that holding grudges and things like that, and not believing that what you see is true. So you don't want to bring negative thinking into new environments, okay? So Scorpios, please take care of yourself and, think positive, okay? Think positive, do positive deeds, and just try to forgive, forget, let go. Know that we are all trying to live our best in our human existence. We all have flaws. We all have our limitations. And people are, even the ones that have hurt us in the past, They do so mainly because they don't know a better way to be in this human experience, okay? And each person has to go through life learning their own sets of lessons, okay? You've learned yours and you're on a good trajectory now. Other people might not have their time yet for them to learn their lessons. So live and let live, and also don't hold grudges, all right? I do wish you a very safe Halloween. And by the way, it would be really fun if someone dressed up as a knight for Halloween. A knight, like a knight of pentacles with, bunny ears or something like that. That would be really, really awesome.